You are about to watch a 15-minute video presentation on the Archdiocese of Caceres. Welcome to the Archdiocese of Caceres, the cradle of the devotion to Our Lady of Penafrancia in the Philippines, and the home of the miraculous image of Ina. The Archdiocese of Caceres is located on the southern part of the island of Luzon, in the Bicol Peninsula, the Philippines. Evangelized first by the Augustinians in 1569, then by the Franciscans in 1578 who did the systematic evangelization. The Diocese de Caceres was established by Pope Clement VIII in 1595, along with the dioceses of Nueva Segovia and Cebu as suffragans of Manila. It later came to be known as Diocese de Nueva Caceres. The ecclesiastical territory of Nueva Caceres included the whole region of Bicol, the Quezon provinces up to Palanan, Isabela. It was the smallest of the four ecclesiastical territories at the time. The history of diocese includes the following highlights. In 1706, Bishop Andres Gonzalez O.P. ordained the first Bicolano and second Indio priest in the person of Don Gregorio Cabalquinto. In 1710, Padre Miguel Robles de Covarrubias introduced the devotion to Nuestra Señora de Penafrancia. In 1797, the Casa de Clerigos was established during the incumbency of Bishop Domingo Colliantes O.P. In 1865, Bishop Francisco Gainza O.P. invited the Vincentians to systematize seminary formation and the Daughters of Charity to open the Colegio de Santa Isabel, the first normal school for girls in the Philippines. The seminary and the Colegio were best centers of learning outside Manila. Bishop Gainza initiated ecclesiastical reforms and fostered closer relationship with the Holy See. In 1905, Monsignor George Borlin was appointed Bishop of Nueva Caceres. He was the first Filipino bishop. Borlin prevented the growth of a nationalist schismatic movement when he won the Supreme Court case against the Aglipayans. After more than 3 centuries since its foundation, Caceres gave birth to the Diocese of Lipa in 1910, from which later came forth the Dioceses of Lucena San Pablo, Gumaca, and Infanta. Caceres became a purely Bicol territory. In 1951, Caceres was elevated into an archdiocese, giving birth to the dioceses of Legaspi and Sorsogon. From these two came the dioceses of Masbate and Virac. In 1974, the Diocese of Daet was separated from Caceres. In 1990, the first district of Camarines Sur came to be the Prelature of Libmanan. Last year, 2009, Libmanan was elevated into a diocese. From the 56 original parishes of the Archdiocese, 18 were given to the newly created prelature. The 20th century provided Caceres with the bishops: Bishop George Borlin, Bishop Bernard McKinley, the only American bishop,
Bishop Francisco Reyes, 1925 to 1937, Bishop Pedro Santos, 1938 to 1965, the 31st bishop and the first Archbishop of Archdiocese. His assignment as a local ordinary of Caceres saw the establishment of a number of Catholic schools and religious institutions in the Archdiocese, among them the Ateneo de Naga in 1940, Santa Monica Academy in Baal in 1940,
Archbishop Chupisto Alberto and Archbishop Leonardo Legaspi, OPDD, 1984 to present. After the Second Plenary Council of the Philippines, Caceres was the first diocese in the Philippines that celebrated an Archdiocesan Pastoral Council in 1991. The year 1995 marked the 400th year of its establishment as a diocese. On the same year, it celebrated the first ever Bicol Priests Congress. 6 years later, in 2001, Caceres celebrated the Second Archdiocesan Pastoral Council and the Golden Jubilee as an archdiocese.
At present, Caceres has a total population of 1,443,367, 93.9%, or 1,356,565 are baptized Catholics distributed in 84 parishes.
The Archdiocese is blessed with numbers of priests, with 3 seminaries, the pre-college, minor, and major seminaries. The average ordained priest per year is 8. The Archdiocese has 236 diocesan and religious priests and a Catholic population of 1,326,601. Thus, the ratio is 1 per 4,621, or 1 priest per 4,621 Catholics. The welfare of the priests is an important concern of the Archdiocese. The Caceres Clergy Security System. Conceptualized in 2001, it provides security protection for Caceres clergy. It also provides for replacement income and assistance in times of sickness, old age, and death. The system provides the following benefits: hospitalization and medical program, security program or pension, retirement at the home for retired priests, and funeral at the cemetery for the clergy at the major seminary. Caceres has become a missionary archdiocese, sending missionary priests through CMAP, or Caceres Mission Aid Program, which began in 1997. Caceres has previously sent missionary priests to the dioceses of Batanes and Cabanatuan. At present, there are 13 priests working as missionary in the dioceses of Libmanan, Birac, and Daet. Also outside the Philippines, in the Gizo, Solomon Islands, Montego Bay, Jamaica, dioceses of Kingstown, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, dioceses of Townsville, Queensland, Australia. There has been a growth of religious communities ministering in the Archdiocese. There are 270 religious men and women ministering to different sectors of the Archdiocese. Some are serving in schools, hospitals, serving the poor, the sick, the elderly, the abandoned, the deaf and mute, and the mentally handicapped. In its desire to continue to fulfill the mission of proclaiming the good news to all the people, Caceres has taken the following programs as major trusts for the first decade of the second millennium. Family ministry. A major pastoral strategy is to make the family as the focus and the parish as the locus of integral evangelization. Catechesis. The CCM, established in 1987, supervises the training and formation of catechists numbering about 1,331, working in public schools and parishes in the Bicol region. Since 1987, the center has already published 30 supplementary catechetical materials. Evangelization and communication. To bring the world and the sacraments to people through mass communications media and awareness of the universal and local church. The Caceres Youth and Campus Ministry, or CYCM. The youth is considered the future of the local church. Various initiatives and ongoing programs are given in parishes and schools to ensure that young people are properly guided. Decree, or digitation of canonical records, which aims to preserve canonical records kept in the chancery, through digitalization and to improve access of the same through automation. Mount Isarog Integrated Area Development Program, or MIADP, an environmental project launched in June 2005. It aims to contribute in the efforts of conserving and preserving the natural resources of Mount Isarog. Likewise, it helps in improving the quality of life of people living and depending on the area. SPARK, or Stewardship Program of the Archdiocese of Caceres, a program that envisions the 82 parishes of the Archdiocese to be participative, self-reliant, transparent, and accountable. CLAIM, Caceres Lay Institute for Mission. CLAIM is part of the formation and mission of the local church in Caceres. It's the CLAIM that taps lay persons as missionaries to parishes and communities of the local church. Gaudium Sacerdotale. Began in 2007, the Gaudium Sacerdotale is a renewal program for priests in the Bicol region who need assistance and who wish to discover the joy of priesthood. Stella Marie's Renewal Center. A special place of renewal was built for the clergy and the religious. Many retreats and renewal programs are regularly held here. The Bicol region, which formerly was the Diocese de Caceres, has been known because of its special love for the Virgin of Penafrancia. It is the continuous challenge that such love bring her devotees closer to her son Jesus. In 1882, the devotion to the Divino Rostro was introduced. In 1999, marked the Diamond Jubilee of the coronation of Our Lady of Penafrancia as Queen of Bicolandia. Archbishop Antonio Franco, D.D., the papal nuncio to the Philippines, graced the event.
In 2010, the Archdiocese celebrated the third centenary of the devotion of Our Lady of Penafrancia.
Pueblo amante de Maria, you. Pueblo amante de Maria, the people who love Mary. It can be said that your Catholic faith and your devotion to Ina and to her mysterious presence belong to your very identity and characterize your piety as a people. This piety is the true expression of your identity, since it is a piety touched by grace and forged by the happy meeting between the gospel and what you are. Mary of Nazareth is also your Mary. The mother of Jesus is also your mother, your Ina.
The region is among the poorest region in the country. The economic situation is worsened by various calamities that hit the region. However, we are blessed with a rich cultural heritage and family and Christian values. The Church in Caceres seeks to provide hope through its various initiatives and programs. As we journey in faith with Ina, Nuestra Señora de Penafrancia, we in Caceres continue to give thanks and sing praises to the Lord. For indeed, we are inheritors of the glorious past, protagonists of the present, and fashioners of the future.